Good day to you all. Today is World Environment Day, a day set aside by the United Nations to remind all of us about the relationship between humans and the environment. It is a day that should encourage us to reflect on our actions that have negative effects on the environment and human health. The theme for this year is air pollution, a call to action to combat one of the greatest environmental challenges of our time. This Environmental Awareness Day invites us all to consider how we can make changes in our everyday lives to reduce the amount of air pollution. Okay. The theme for this year is air pollution, a call to action to combat one of the greatest environmental challenges of our time. This Environmental Awareness Day invites us all to consider how we can make changes in our everyday lives to reduce the amount of air pollution. By tackling air pollution, we are also helping to reduce the emissions of greenhouse gases. People's health stands to benefit too. To mark this day, the Environment Protection Agency undertakes a week-long calendar of events that will include a float parade and a panel discussion by experts, including civil society. As a government institution responsible for the protection of the environment that ensures sound environmental management, EPA has instituted a number of measures that are geared towards fulfilling its statutory mandate. We have put in place a regulatory framework to deter environmental offenses by commissioning an environmental court, established partnerships with other ministries, departments and agencies, the media, local councils and civil society, supported women's groups to practice climate-smart agriculture and tree planting, trained and certified technicians to repair refrigerators, facilitated the ratification by Parliament of a number of multilateral environmental agreements related to combating air pollution, conducted air and water quality testing, and have submitted draft regulations on air and water quality to the Law Officers Department to be enacted by Parliament. The environment is a natural gift given to us by God Almighty to sustain our existence on planet Earth. It is a treasure that we depend upon for our survival as much as it depends on us for its survival. A healthy environment is a constitutional right, and we all have a responsibility to keep our water and air clean for a healthy environment. While we reflect on the goodness of Allah, we must also think about the many times that we have taken from the environment and have not given back. In fact, many a time we do not only take from the environment, we neglect it. This is evident by our actions and inactions. We have cut down trees and have not planted back. We emit carbon into the atmosphere with little or no regard for its adverse consequences. We dispose of our waste with reckless abandon. We mine sand and deplete the natural beauty of our beaches. We use hazardous chemicals with no regard for their harmful effects to our health. We decimate our wetlands and mangroves and put our marine life at risk. We carry out indiscriminate burning of our bushes and put thousands of our plant and animal species into extinction. We mine our bauxite, gold, iron ore, rutile, and diamond and cause immense harm to the soil. We construct our buildings without regard for the negative impacts that this may cause to our safety and well-being. Catastrophes like the flooding and mudslide that occurred on the 14th of August 2017 are practical examples of the consequences of environmental neglect in Sierra Leone. The above-mentioned unsustainable human practices catalyze climate change, ozone depletion, and global warming. These practices are also linked to cardiovascular and respiratory diseases, skin cancer, impaired cognitive development, and low intelligence levels. This trend is untenable, and as a people, we cannot afford to be defined by it. Fortunately, we have a president that is committed to fighting environmental degradation and tackling air pollution domestically in our country by prohibiting bushfires, open burning of garbage, and finding alternatives to the burning of agricultural waste, developing and implementing integrated national air quality management, plans to reduce pollutants like methane, nitrous oxide, black carbon, and tropospheric ozone in order to contribute to slow global warming to a maximum of 1.5 degrees centigrade. All these actions can benefit us, animals, vegetation, and even our vital freshwater sources. We must therefore reciprocate by lending him our fullest support. To be a good citizen, one must endeavor to do those things that enhance development and refrain from that which retards progress. Remember that as a good citizen, one of the many ways that you can contribute to Sierra Leone's development is by becoming an agent of change for the effective protection of the environment. I therefore call upon you today to make a solemn commitment for environmental protection in Sierra Leone. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Sierra Leone, now we all you. When I love you, we step on you, Sierra Leone.